Now, we may go ahead and shoot a video down the road here on how to set this tarp configuration up. It's pretty simplistic, but what I really wanted to show you today was the knot that I use for these guy lines, because it's a very simple friction held knot that you can use for adjustment on guy lines, tent poles, and things like that. And I've never seen this knot shown before, and I don't remember seeing it in a book either. So I want to show it to you because it's so simple that I came upon it by accident. Stay with me. Okay, so let's start off with a close-up of this knot, and I want to show you how simple it is to get this knot undone. All right, remember that it is a sliding knot, so I can slide this up and down the line very easily to adjust how tight my line is. So it's a tensioning type knot, but it's also a self-tightening knot. To get this knot undone, all I have to do is loosen it up a little bit and spread these two lines, and it pulls that knot apart very easily right here. And then I can just pull out the tag end from the rest of the knot, and everything else is simple. So let's talk about how to tie this knot real quick. Okay, I think I got a good face down view of this cordage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it completely off of here real fast. And so all I've done is I've taken the two lines. This one goes to the tent pole, this one is the slack line, and I've pulled them around a stake or a loop until it's fairly taut. And then all I'm doing is I'm coming in here and wrapping around this line 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I've got 4 wraps around this line. Then I'm coming over here, and all I'm going to do is pass it over the top and underneath and cinch it down tight, just like this. And now what I've done is I've created a friction held knot that's self-tightening, pulling in this direction, and self-tightening, pulling in this direction. So I can move it up and down this line all I want to, and it's going to stay tight. But again, if I need it undone quickly, all I need to do is slide it a little bit loose, spread the two lines, and it basically breaks the knots back, as it were, and loosens it up so that it comes undone very, very easily. I'm going to show you this one more time real quick. So these are our lines around our stake. One goes to our tent pole, one is a free line. I pull it semi-tight. I come in and just hold it with my finger and loop it around the line that goes to my stake 4 times, just like this. Then I can dress that up tight, come in here and go over the top of that line and back underneath, just like this. And that creates kind of a half hitch right there. So now I have basically the makings of a Prusik knot here and a half hitch here, and everything is under tension from the opposite direction. So your half hitch is being pulled this way, and your Prusik knot is being pulled this way to make it tension against this line. And now I can slide this up and down, and it becomes self-tightening. Now I'm going to go through this for you one more time, just a little further away, because I want you to understand where this line is going and coming from. This basically is a loose line that is on my pole to my tent. And I've got it wrapped around a stake in the ground down here, just like this. So all I'm doing is I'm using that as a tensioning point to tighten the line up, coming in with 4 wraps around the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the top of that one and underneath, just like this. Cinch it up. Now I could cinch it up like this to where it would pull straight out, and it's going to effectively do the same thing. It's going to tighten up on itself, but I'm going to have a loop sitting there. If I do that, it's going to come undone just as easily, and I give myself a pull cord basically to get that knot undone with by not pulling it all the way through. But if I pull it all the way through when I do it, all I really have to do, like I said, is spread the knot open between the two lines, and it breaks the knot open. And then I don't have a loop hanging out there. So that's kind of up to you. So 4 loops around, over the top and back through. Pull my tag in tight, just like that. So I got a good half hitch right there. And now I have a binding knot. I think what you're going to find with this knot is it's going to dress better for you and hold better for you if you pull your tag end all the way through and create that complete half hitch right there. If you leave a loop on there of line, when you undo that, let's just undo it real fast here and show you what I'm talking about. We break that knot down and pull that out and recreate that knot and just leave that quick release half hitch in there. We don't get quite as much of a bind, and I think it's important that we have that. Alright, so if you leave the loop in like this so that you can just pull it out when you feel like it and get a quick release on it, I don't think you get as good a bind here as you do by pulling that tail all the way through. That's just my personal opinion. It will work either way, no question about it, and it just depends on whether you want that loop hanging out there or not, but that just gives you a quick release on that knot. That comes undone fairly easily so that you can pull it apart very, very simply. Again, I don't think either way is going to be right or wrong. I think they'll both work just fine. I think it's really what you prefer. If you like quick release knots, that's a good way to put a quick release knot in that thing. Alright guys, well I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. I appreciate you joining me for this quick tip or trick video on this simple knot that you can use for tensioning your guy lines or tarp lines. I thank you for your views, I thank you for your support, I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family and for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks guys.